this left-hand side, about 15 yards from the halfway line. Ball comes in field, but it goes straight to Frenkie de Jong. Careless again from the home side. Here's Koundé. Will he cut in field? He does. Squares it across to Eric Garcia. Now it comes out to Balde on this left-hand side. Rashford, little one-touch again to Eric Garcia. Back it comes to Martin. Now Garcia once more. Spreads it back across this left-hand side to Balde. Now Rashford goes across pitch into the middle of the field to Frenkie de Jong. They're knocking it around nicely here at the moment. Barca, good little stab forward there by Lamine Yamal for Koundé. He's got round his man, squares it across the face of the 6-yard box, but ultimately too close to Dimitrovic, who was just able to flop on top of it. But Koundé did pair Mila like a kipper there. Just didn't get the ball that he would have liked across the face of goal. Long ball downfield is headed back inside the Espanyol half by Kubasi. Koundé picks it up. Here's Garcia. Comes out to Lamine Yamal on this right-hand side. Cuts in on that left foot again. Tries to pick out Rafinha on the edge of the penalty box, but it's intercepted. And Espanyol almost lost the ball again there inside their own half with Tyrese Dolan. But the ball down the right-hand side, looking for Dolan. Doesn't find its target. In fact, it just finds Gerard Martin. Now Koundé. Kubasi. Now De Jong, halfway line, 59% possession for Barcelona. That is to be expected. Martin up into the centre circle. Garcia just drops it off again for Kubasi, knocking it around very nicely, Barcelona, as of course they often and always seem to do. It's one of their many hallmarks. Martin, that's a good ball forward here, picked up by Rashford with his back to goal, turns, tries to dink it into the edge of the area to Torres, but it's intercepted by Calero. And now Espanyol will look to counter themselves, but that's asking an awful lot there. But he's actually done well there, Dolan. He's forced Kubasi to put the ball out for a throw-in. Well, actually, it's gone the other way. Far from impressed were Espanyol there, particularly Roberto Fernandez. So Barcelona have the ball at the back once again. Manolo Gonzalez, the Espanyol manager, having a word with the fourth official, really deeply unimpressed. Yeah, and I'm not surprised, because that clearly came off Pau Kubasi. It should have been a throw into Espanyol. That was a dreadful decision. Really was. It was so obvious as well. Martin out to Balde. Again, swiftly cuts in field with that devastating burst of pace. But that was a bit of a hospital pass to Rashford. But Rashford did well to win the throw-in, as it was fired into him very tight to that touchline. Throw-in taken quickly. Here's Frenkie de Jong. He's got a nudge in the back there from El Hilali. Didn't like it, the Dutchman. Kubasi across to Koundé, using the full width of the pitch, Barcelona, going from coast to coast in almost every build-up, trying to stretch this Espanyol side, wear them down, tire them out. Comes across to Balde again and again. He easily gets around Al Hilali with that fast footwork. Cuts in field. De Jong floats it across to Koundé, halfway inside the Espanyol half. 5 metres in from touch on that far right-hand side. Here's Rafinha. Now De Jong once again. Squares it across to Martin. Now it comes out wide left to Rashford. Comes in on his right foot, whips it into the area, but it's not a great ball in. Easily defended there by Fernando Calero. And it's coming back at them again here. Barca have it on halfway. Little exchange of passes between Gerard Martin and Frenkie de Jong. Now Balde, back to Martin. Incredibly patient are Barcelona. They will do things in their own time. They will look for the opportunity, and then they will strike, as we know they do, with such ruthless efficiency. Rashford fouled there by Al Hilali, came in through the back of the Manchester United loanee. Interesting to see if Barca take the England international on a permanent basis. I think that would be something they'd like to do. It's not set in stone by any means. Throw-in taken quickly. Balde back to Martin, now back to Garcia in the goal, and he floats it calmly out to this right-hand side to Jules Koundé. Now then, Barcelona with Rafinha, goes surging down the middle, floats the ball out to Rashford, gathers it down nicely near that far left touchline, cuts the ball infield to De Jong, who's being manhandled, but he gets the ball out wide left still to Balde. He's going to try and get round Al Hilali, puts the brakes on, works it onto his right foot, then goes back towards the byline, gets the cross in. Calero heads it out towards the edge of the area, and then it's hooked downfield by Paul Lozano, and then tidied up by Kubasi all the way back to Juan Garcia, who then just puts his foot on the ball inside the semicircle. No press from Espanyol, and it's wave after wave of Blaugrana at the moment. Here's De Jong on halfway. Now Balde, opportunity to put real daylight between themselves and Real Madrid tonight for Barcelona, who are the defending champions, of course. And Real Madrid not having one of their better seasons so far this year. There's been a bit of unrest, particularly surrounding Xabi Alonso. A bit of unrest in the camp. As I said, Real are at home to Betis tomorrow afternoon, and they might find themselves 7 points behind going into that game. Here's Rafinha, outside of the boot, tries to chip it through the middle, but straight into the arms of Marko Dimitrovic. Drops it down, and now Espanyol will work the ball forward themselves, bypassing the long goal kick. Floated up to Fernandes, chests it down nicely. Now then, they played the ball through the middle here. Fernandes has broke through, and it's a high line shoots. Garcia saves, but he can't get to the rebound. And then finally Barca clear it from the edge of the area. One of their players is down. There was a clash and a scramble, but we've said it so many times with this Barcelona side. There will always be chances because of this high line that they play.